Good afternoon, maybe. So I'm pretty into the whole MMO YouTube space, and I've seen Jimmy doing videos on his second channel where he just like skills and yaps, and I'm gonna steal that formula for a second because I need to make something. So he's got like Redwood Radio now, and like Between Two Teaks before that. So this is gonna be Musings and a Mole, because I am literally just like starting this RuneScape account, which is my first ever main account, by the way. Hey, funny number, let's go. Didn't plan that, by the way. That's very funny. I've never really like been into RuneScape before, which I am discovering now late in the game that was a huge mistake. Cause I actually, I actually really love old school RuneScape, I'm discovering. For those of you, all like two of you who are gonna watch this video who don't follow my Twitch, you'll know that I'm something of a transient gamer. I don't stick with games long term. I kind of hop around a lot. The game I've probably stuck the longest with recently was actually Escape from Tarkov. And truth be told, the only reason I started playing RuneScape is because I'm waiting on Marathon to come out. I played Arc Raiders and had some problems with the game's fundamental design. That might be a whole video at some point. But I started looking for like the next big game for me. And Marathon was like a really good contender because it was an extraction shooter, which is a formula I've, played since its inception as like a Tarkov early adopter. But it seems to be sort of like streamlined and with like a unique take on the genre, and so I'm really interested to see what Marathon's all about, but it doesn't come out until like March, and it's February, so I have like a whole month to wait for Marathon. So I'm like, well, fuck, what am I gonna play till then? And I don't really even know why, but I decided I was gonna go with old school. And in the process of just kind of leveling my first ever main account, I realized that like RuneScape is kind of the game I've been missing my whole life. Like, I think if I'd been playing RuneScape this whole time, I wouldn't have been a transient gamer switching between games for as long as I have been. I don't know what's gonna happen when Marathon comes out. I mean, I'm gonna play it. Am I gonna split my time between Marathon and RuneScape? Am I gonna have game variety for the first time in my life? What the fuck? That sounds crazy. But in the oh, fuck you. Come back. In the course of playing RuneScape, I have discovered that I have this urge that I never really knew about that was uncovered by RuneScape, and that is to create something to give back to this community that has given me this new home that I don't ever intend to leave and want to stick with long term. I've never had a community that I felt a part of. Even when I played games that I stuck with for a long time, like Escape from Tarkov, I never really felt the sense of community that I've felt starting to play RuneScape. And I want to stick with this community, and I want to like be a contributor to the community, which is a new feeling for me. And so I've been thinking of like videos I can make and streams I can do and like all sorts of stuff to like give back to this community that has sort of just taken me in and given me a home. And I very quickly became very overwhelmed with the idea of putting out a video at the same level of production quality that someone like Framed, Settled, Soup, Jimmy, like those guys do crazy shit. They do crazy cool shit. And the idea of putting in that amount of effort is so intimidating that I've sort of been in this state of like analysis paralysis for the last like 3 weeks of like, okay, I have an idea for a video. Fuck, now I need to like do all this shit to prepare to make this video, and then I have to actually like do the thing of making the video. And like I have some things recorded, like I recorded my first ever Barrows run, which, like, if you've never seen a new player run the Barrows, you're going to in one of these videos coming up, and I'm actually like embarrassed. I'm actually very embarrassed at my first Barrows run because I did so many stupid mistakes. I've run it more since. I understand it a little better now. I feel like I have something to contribute to this community, which is a fresh eye. An eye that hasn't played this game for the last 25 years and, is coming at it from the perspective of a completely new player. That feels like something that I can contribute, and I want to contribute it, but the idea of doing all of that in order to contribute it, because if I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it right. It's very paralyzing. So I needed to make something, Musings with a Mole, because I need to break out of this analysis paralysis cycle. I need to get in the middle of my brain's process of come back. Thank you. I need to get in the middle of my brain doing this process of, analyzing a situation and being like, oh God, this situation is bad, because now I need to do so many things. I'm making this video so that I can prove to myself that I can record something, edit it, and put it out on YouTube, and it's not going to be the end of the world. So really, I'm making this video for me, but I wanted to also potentially contribute something to those of you who would watch it. So with that in mind, I'm gonna do an emote. I'm gonna panic. Oh God, I'm so scared. All right, that's all you're gonna get out of this video, so you can click off. I want to talk briefly about the state of RuneScape content, which, it's sort of odd, because usually if I said those words, if I said I want to talk about the state of blah 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 in 2026, it feels like it would be something negative that I'm saying. But in this instance, I'm actually genuinely excited about the state of RuneScape content. There is so much cool shit happening in the RuneScape community right now, especially with Sailing having released a couple months ago. I'm seeing like smaller YouTube channels doing like sailing locked content, and like there's just so much creativity going on with that. I feel like most modern games, especially most modern MMOs, would absolutely kill to have RuneScape's community. You know what I mean? Like, RuneScape's community is second to fucking none. And I'm like, as a new person, I'm saying that because like I have never, in all my years playing online video games, come across a community that is so passionate and has the power and agency that RuneScape's community does. If you only play RuneScape, you motherfuckers don't realize how good you have it. Like, when was the last time RuneScape had an update that like potentially broke the game that you guys didn't have the opportunity to vote on ahead of time and be like, no, that's fucking stupid, don't do that? Even like last year, when like RuneScape's fucking when that survey that they put out like broke into the mainstream news. I say mainstream, but like, Moist Critical was talking about it. That's my version of breaking into the mainstream. You guys were able to shoot that down quickly. Like, they backpedaled within days of putting that out. You guys don't recognize how fucking crazy that is. And maybe you do recognize how crazy that is. I don't know you. Wait, why am I doing that? I'm stupid. Ooh, nice, very nice. But yeah, like, this has been really nice, just playing RuneScape and fucking not having to worry about like missing out on an experience, because like I can come back whenever and the game will still be good because it's in good hands. If by some miracle you're still watching this and you're interested in another episode of this, leave some like questions or comments or topics that you want to talk about underneath in the comments, because, you know, I think there is value in doing content like this in between the major projects of, like, you know, the video I'm about to do of, like, RuneScape as a new player. I really need to do, I think it's the Falador Heart Achievement Diary, so I can get, like, the arrow on the mini map of wherever the mole is. His mole is currently, like, my best moneymaker, aside from Barrows. And Barrows takes a lot of brain power for me at this stage of my RuneScape journey, and I don't want to do that right now. Would much rather just, splash a mole until level 69. Wow, that's quite the innuendo that I didn't intend to put in this video. Got fucking R-rated in here really quick. You know, this is something I'm realizing in real time as I'm recording this video. It makes a lot of sense that my preferred content creation method is streaming, because I'm really enjoying just kind of sitting here and talking to people. Even though, like, you know, with streaming, you sort of know if there's someone there listening, because they're probably, like, talking back at you, maybe. And, you know, spoiler alert on my channel, not a lot of people talking back anymore, or ever, really. I don't know why I said anymore. In some ways, like, talking to a recording is nice, because I know that this video is gonna be up until, like, the heat death of the universe, probably. So, like, this video could get, like, 1,000 views over the course of, like, 10 years, and you'll still be listening. God, fuck, come back. You'll still be listening to the same words that I'm saying right now, which is kind of cool. I don't know. The internet's neat. I think we should do it again, except this time without the racism. Anyways, I think that's about everything I have to say, so I hope you enjoyed my musings while I bowled. I will probably end up doing this again after my first, like, high production value video, so look forward to that, I guess. I am aiming for March. Quit being stupid. Just let me safe spot you in peace. I'm aiming for March 1st to deliver my first video, which is just a couple of days before Marathon drops, which means I am probably going to do a video on RuneScape and then a video on Marathon. And then after that, we will see what happens, because I don't intend to fully quit RuneScape when Marathon comes out, which is gonna be the first time that I have 2 games that I'm playing simultaneously. So we'll see how that works out. Yeah, I'm really enjoying my time here in RuneScape, and I'd love to spend a lot more of it. Maybe the next episode of this, I'll be doing a different boss. That is, you know, maybe a little bit better money, but I have a lot of skilling and training to do before then, so we'll see. We'll see where I end up. But thank you guys for watching. If you're still here listening to this, you're a fucking legend, and you have the patience of a saint. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.